everybody, it's Lisa, Pink Glitter Scrapper here with my first ever Spiegel Mom Scraps YouTube video. I'm so excited to be joining the YouTube team, and today's layout is going to be a lot of Spiegel Mom Scraps products, from die cuts to sequins and all kinds of stuff. So let's get into today's layout. I've gone ahead and gutted the piece of dark blue paper that I'll be matting my whole layout on. I used one of the free cut files to cut out the snowflakes, including that large one. I'll be using a whole bunch of different sequin mixes. I've got Morning Dewdrops, Triple Axel, and the Wise Ones pulled out already. And I just keep them in a small dish on my desk. So that is what will be my sequin mixes, as well as using Oh Say Can You See and Cold as Ice, both available in the shop as well. I am going to be using the sketch you saw at the beginning of the video. And now I'm going to be using a white linen spray from my stash, as well as the other shimmers that I have pulled out to create some sort of a blizzard effect on my layout. I am going to splatter the white the heaviest all over. And this has a very short sprayer nozzle in the bottle, so it's kind of hard, so you got to shake that one a little bit more. The shimmers splatter so beautifully. The nozzle that's in them makes it so much easier and more fun to do. So I just splattered the Cold as Ice, and now I'm going to splatter some of the Oh Say Can You See. The colors of the mists match the photo that I'm using today perfectly, because as you'll see in a moment, there are my splatters. All of the colors are in the picture that I'm using, which is a photo of, yes, Chili and Olaf hanging out one winter day in my front yard. And if you look really closely to the picture, in between where their two hands are meeting, you will see a ruler measuring our snow. Yeah, you can't see the ruler too much because it was pretty much covered. But who else can you trust to measure your snow than a snowman? So they are, I did it as a joke one year with my two little girls, and we just use them every year since then to measure our snow. I matted the photo on a piece of the dark blue paper that I'm going to mat the entire layout on to bring a little bit more of that color in. And now I'm going to fuss with the large snowflake that is available for free in the shop. We have a ton of free cut files, and this is one of them. I just set my scan and cut to cut it really large to get that size, and I was trying to figure out how to lay my photo in there. Now, I'm taking some scraps from my scrap bin, and I'm going to go ahead and cut all three pieces down to 4x6 size. This is a shimmery silver cardstock. This is a piece of white paper with really cute dark blue, light blue, and sort of a mint color polka dot on it. And I thought it looked like snowflakes falling down, so I'm going to trim that to a 4x6 as well. And then the next paper I'm going to bring in is a light blue with a whole bunch of different stars and snowflakes and dots and everything. And I'm not very good at geometry, so I am going to struggle pretty bad trying to get this to cut down to 4x6 size. I was trying to figure out how to best do it on my large trimmer, and I just struggled so bad. I couldn't get it into where it was going to cut to 4x, and you can see my frustration. I was just doing everything trying to get it measured and cut, and I just had a terrible time of trying to do so, but I finally got it cut. And then I'm going to take it and cut the branding strip. It's not a branding strip, it was in a paper pad, so the tear strip off. Now that they're all cut, I am going to take all three 4x6 pieces, and I'm going to layer them so that they're staggered. And the grid mat that you see that I'm working on needs to be replaced because I've been using it for years. But it makes layering so much easier because it's got a whole bunch of different lines at different increments. So I can lay my 4x6 down, I can get a 1/2 inch layer stepped up for my gray, and so on, and it's just one of probably my most used item in my room because I keep it on my desk and scrapbook on it every single day. So now you can see my layers are staggered perfectly and they are down straight. I'm going to bring in my background paper and adhere them down to the bottom left corner of my page. And that is the area where the snowflake die cut and my photo are going to sit. I showed the sketch in the beginning, earlier at the beginning of my video, where it was all stars, but I just swapped out the stars for snowflakes for today's video. I am going to lay the large snowflake down here, and just use a whole bunch of ATG so that way it doesn't go anywhere. And after I stick that down, I am going to bring my picture in and get that situated in just the right spot. And I'm going to pop it up on foam tape to bring just a little bit of dimension and bring your eye towards the photo. My my adhesive foam is not extremely thick, so it's just the perfect height without making my layout too heavy or bulky or making it thick. So I love the foam tape that I'm using. And then I'm just going to put Olaf and Chili in their spots. What I'm going to be doing next is bringing in my title, which I've already spelled out and trimmed onto some vellum, so that way the words are all together and I don't have to try to spell or stick down each individual letter. Nobody wants to watch that. And I am going to use multi-medium in matte to adhere it down. And I'm just going to put little teeny tiny dots of it behind the actual letter stickers themselves. So that way you don't see the adhesive on the vellum. That piece says Burr. And now I'm laying out the rest of the title, which says, Always Trust a Snowman. Because like I said before, I trust a snowman to measure my snow for me. And that is just exactly what I was doing with the photo. Here I have some more of the die cut stars that are in that free cut file over on the shop. I'm going to figure out which ones I want to use and get them in their spot. And after that, I am going to sprinkle some of the sequins that I have pulled out. I'm also going to stamp a couple of little snowflakes scattered in, and I'm going to emboss them with clear embossing powder so they look kind of further away and shiny and glossy, and they just come out really pretty. I'm also going to be using the silver triple Axel sequins, some morning dewdrops, and the wise ones, which I showed before. And then I'm going to go and take my white jelly roll pen and add some little white snowballs around the entire border of my page instead of stitching. And that is going to be where I bring in my matting paper. And that is it for today's layout. There will be still photos at the end. And of course, as always, the description box will have a link to the shop, my discount code, and I hope you guys have a scrappy day. Bye.